What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Probably the last time we'll be talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows until February, until the new year, or unless something crazy happens. Right now, just confirmation that the game's not even out and it's already cost them 20 million euros. So shouldn't be surprising. If you were wondering, of course, if you didn't pay attention, you didn't know, you thought, wait, shouldn't it be coming out? Well, Star Wars Outlaws was so buggy and the reaction was so horrible. They knew they couldn't get away with releasing something like that, plus a couple other fun secrets they realized we'd get upset about. And so, of course, they delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows until February of 2025. It is apparently costing them 20 million, and there's oh so many things they now need to fix before then. So you can see here back in September announcing that it would be delayed until February 14th, and they basically, like I said, just blamed Star Wars Outlaws. You know, basically admitting to the fact that they released things unfinished, and this time because it was so important they weren't going to do that, so they were delaying. Which, by the way, I think most people, most gamers, have perfectly fine with delays as long as when they do release it, it is a full and completed project, because no one wants to see another Cyberpunk or Fallout 76, etc., etc. This is the part: is they anyone who purchased the game pre-order style, you will be getting the DLC for free now. So we are departing from the traditional season pass model. All players will be able to enjoy the game at the same time on February 14th, and those who pre-ordered the game will be granted the first expansion for free. The game will mark the return of our new releases on Steam day one, and I cannot wait to see the numbers they get on that. This, of course, was their initial response of them delaying it, on top of the, let's not forget, they offended the Japanese people so much, what with the broken torii gates and the inaccurate architecture, many Chinese style lanterns, the many failed press events where, hey, you can get Yasuke's sword, and it ended up being Zoro from One Piece. Oh, you can get these beautiful statues from Japanese that are Japanese and from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they ended up being Chinese and able to be bought on Amazon. So yeah. During the first financial call is where this BMO investor group is asking all the good questions. They asked him on Assassin's Creed Shadows, you guys said you delayed the game. You keep saying it was feature ready. So I'm curious, when you went through and looked back at the game, were you guys finding bugs? Looking back, were you glad you moved it? And I think you talked about an extra 20 million in development costs from doing this. How is that tracking? Guillemot response on Shadows, what we had said was that on the back of what we saw with Outlaws, we need to really make sure that we come with an impeccable player experience. Of course, there are always some bugs, but we've been focusing and continue to focus on making sure that the day one experience will be optimized. And yes, you are right. We had mentioned that we would translate into about 20 million euros in total of budget as we keep a strong level of resource on the last phase of development impact. So they're spending extra money, but it's not bugs that they're fixing. That is one. And they sort of allude to that here. It's changes. This is Tom Henderson. The real money is being spent to change Yasuke, including changes some of Yasuke's story and how he's portrayed in the game, fixing, of course, the aforementioned architectural details, and ensuring the game is historically grounded while fitting into the Assassin's Creed universe. The game is currently not at the stage it needs to be for release, and I'm told that there have been some tweaks to gameplay mechanics. So really what we're talking about here is Yasuke, and he tries to cover for them, saying that the historical experts were brought in too late, blah, blah, blah. And Endymion, the man with the actual sources, I have sources. Do you have sources? It's about Yasuke, taking out the cliche rap music and modern dialogue. Said one of the things for sure getting removed from Shadows, according to his sources, is indeed the rap hip-hop music for Yasuke. Apparently, Ubisoft brought out a questionnaire, and they were unanimously told that the rap music was tonally wrong. and completely unneeded. And it was actually offensive that Ubisoft believed Yasuke needed a hip hop battle theme in a game that was set well before such music existed. And it was only implemented because Yasuke was black. So that's going to be gone for sure. And then the other one, of course, was modern dialogue, talking about, white supremacy, patriarchy, all the things that you would hear in a modern context, but you wouldn't hear from a Jesuit missionary slave in the 1400s or 1500s or whatever the hell they're doing. Anyway, you let me know what you think about all this. Can you wait until next year for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Can you believe that $20 million was just put in, or euros was just put in for bug fixes? Or is it because they're having to do some substantial tweaking to the characters and game world itself? Either way, let me know. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well, bye.